Hey now, welcome back, Bud Files, Amber, Joe, the bearded historian. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome back for another Behind the Investigation with Pasadena Paranormal. Jared
and Brent
and Ed.
Jackie is somewhere in the house.
Probably watching like Love and Lost or some shit like that.
Probably watching something crazy. Deb, hey everybody that is in the chat tonight, or we'll get back to it later on. But Deb has a premiere at 10:15 right after us. So if you would like to hop over and see some legit paranormal investigation after this legit paranormal podcast, go right on ahead because that's where you'll find it.
Please do.
How's everybody's week going?
Gravy over here.
Yeah. I had to work 5 days this week. I mean, I don't know what that's about.
I only had to work 2. I was in Buffalo for the beginning of the week. And let me tell you, my son Colton, he's never been to Buffalo, and he's a big Buffalo Bills fan like me. He was amazed. Just to see the sight on Colton's face when we walked into Walmart and there was a bunch of Buffalo Bill stuff, it was well worth the trip.
Very good.
What's up, Joe? What's up, Eli? Eli, we're still working on trying to get on your show, brother. So whenever you want us to do. Cornish, what's up? How are you? It's late over there.
I'm seeing that Mumsy and Faja in here too.
Oh, Mumsy is the glue that keeps the team together, and Faja is cooler than the other side of the pillow. It's a party here. What's up, Amber? How are you? I hope everything is well. Please let me know when your premiere comes out so we can share it out. I tried the day for you, but there's damn copyrights. Frickin' YouTube. So today we're going to be talking. Brent wants to talk about maybe some hack shacks. Anybody ever heard of the hack shacks? There's a bunch of different models of spirit boxes that you can hack and create your own spirit box without having to buy the Yes box or the SB7. Brent wants to talk about that. We will also talk about some things that Brent did over the weekend to the noise gate. I think people will love this. The noise gate is now battery operated, so we don't have to plug it in. Us being technicians, we were able to figure that out. And also, we talk about our EchoVox tutorial that was uploaded Monday. If you haven't seen it, there was an EchoVox tutorial Monday to let you know or show you how Pasadena Paranormal uses EchoVox 3.0. You good?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I thought we had a scare.
No. Wifey.
Amber said she'll get that video on YouTube as soon as she gets off. You got to get it. You got to put it work in. You got to put the work.
Sounds like me getting our documentaries together.
Brent hit me and Ed and Jackie today like, hey, let's go over episode 4, part 1, part 2. Let's go over them both and see what's going on. I'm like, oh my, I'm at work. Ro, what's up?
Hey, Ro.
Ro has got a live tonight. She's got a ride from Buffalo Ridge Road, I think it is. A haunted road in Wisconsin. They're going to be doing a live session there. 12 midnight time, so I may have to be team rewatch.
Yeah.
So Brent, go ahead.
We want to start
about
with
the spirit box.
We're
also going to be a little bit more interactive with people here tonight in the chat as well.
Yeah. So
what's up?
Really, what I have going on is I want to ask you guys and everybody in the chat questions here. We're going to call it those hack shacks. So coming from this, dealing with this noise gate, understanding that there's a device already existing that's manufactured that essentially is just like the noise gate that's designed for the spirit box, but it costs like $90, right? Whereas what we have, this was $30. So going towards that budget side of things and keeping people in the mind frame of you don't have to spend a lot of money, just you use the tech that we already have in our hands, on a budget and get the same features. So using that, we know, there's a lot of people that already have a spirit box, all right, or SB7 or an S box, all right. So if you have it, that's great, awesome. But I mean, it's like between $80 and $90 just for that device, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you can get here you go, like this CNG and GT 200X, all right. This unit costs $50 on Amazon, $50. 4 screws on the back. This is not rocket science, honestly. And you can see tutorials on YouTube. You open the back case. There's one pin, which is go on YouTube, and it'll show you exact one. You bend it just a little bit so it doesn't socket back into the terminal. Close it up, and it just sweeps through the radio stations. All right. So now you close it up, you turn it on, you hit seek, and it just sweeps through all the RF frequency. And essentially, you just created the same effect. I do see differences, like you're probably not going to be able to up and lower, speed up and slow down the sweep rate like the SB7 or the S-Box.
Back in the day, I really liked the faster sweep, but now I don't know if it's because I'm older. I really love a slow sweep.
But but understanding, so that's a big difference, right? So if you're looking for the ability to have those certain things, you have seen it's rocket science to I love that, Christy. I love you. Essentially, though, this would be you open this up. It really is simple to do, but the question comes to what are thoughts on that? I've listened to people do comparison videos here over the past week on YouTube. They sound, extremely similar. This even, there's some radios out there that actually, when you're tuning, it actually dulls out the white noise. This allows it through. So, you get all these sound. To me on a video, it sounds the same. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever had experience with one, or if anybody on the chat here.
Ed, if you remember the last time that we did Benson Hammond before we got back together a couple of years ago, maybe it was 2018, it was me, you, and Hillary.
Yeah.
Remember we did that? And we used that hack shack that I got from the guy that tried to get Wareheim that we beat out.
Yeah.
That gray hack shack.
That
was a great. It was actually one of the Radio Shacks. I think it was the 3503.
They're very hard to get a hold of now.
So here's my theory on it: is there's no exact science on this equipment. It's all theoretical stuff.
Agreed.
So if you're able to take something like you said, at a budget-friendly price and modify it so that it can work for what you want, you're able to get results with it. These are all just baseline tools that we're using. These aren't guaranteed things. I said it with the SB11, which is supposed to be better and have everything on it, and got nothing all of it. I said it with the SB7. The first time I ever went out with you guys, I had a full conversation with that thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And again, all you're doing, an S box or an SB7 or even the SB11, all they're doing is sweeping through radio stations.
Yeah.
It's exactly what this will do. So yes, there's less features. Like you can't, if you're just talking about S box or an SB7, you're not going to have the sweep rate increase or decrease. SB11 actually has it's essentially two SB7s together, and you can actually reverse the sweep. You can do all sorts of crazy. That's over $100 for that thing.
That's $139, but the 11 you can have AM running on one side, you can have FM running on the other, and one can be going this way.
And I get that. Again, I'm trying to go towards the budget side of the house because I want to say if you're on a budget, and you only had $50, there's an option right there. Amazon Prime, actually for $42.40, you can get that radio and turn it into a usable device for the field. Now that being said, if you want to increase that, go ahead.
Cornish Conjurings over in UK. She's asking what is the best spirit box. That's what this conversation's about right now. Like
I like the SB7.
I like the SB7. Once you get the antenna out, Ed, what do you feel? You've had the 11. You had the
see, I've been around the 11. I haven't used the 11 myself personally enough. But let me put it this way: I've picked up the 11. I've tried using it with no tutorial or anything like that, right?
Complicated.
I picked up the SB7, looked at it, hit buttons, and got it working right away. So use the SB7 if you want more. I'd not really bang for your buck, but if you want something that's going to do more things in one, the SB11 is a good tool for that. But it takes more working with to learn how to use it.
And again, so that's the thing. It's if you're really techie and you're really getting into the weeds of what you're trying to get done, or you're just trying to add layers, sometimes I think layers or you need to be stripped away. SB11 offers a lot of features, but those features can be confusing. Those features can gum up the works. I don't think any experience with the S box. I've seen it used, but I've never
seen it used too, but I've never really,
Right. So to me,
I don't really like. If you ever listen to it, I don't like the scan that it has. It's got that.
Okay, so and that's part of this conversation I don't want to get to, because I don't think anybody can really say which one's better. Whatever works for you, or whatever you can afford. If it is doing, all of them do the same thing. They're scanning through an RF frequency. All right. So technically, if you had a radio with a turn dial, in the middle, you get the white noise. You could just spin that thing forward and backwards as fast as you can, and you just did the same function. Maybe not as fast, but you did the same function. It's just sweeping RF frequency, all of them. So none of them. That's the basic function. So I'm trying to go towards not really saying is this better, but to me it seems like this is definitely right in line with the functionality on a budget. This would work.
And I'm telling you, when me and Ed used that 3503 up there, the Radio Shack. I really liked, because the speaker really wasn't overwhelming. You know what I mean? It wasn't a high pitch.
The internal speaker?
Yeah.
Did it not have an output?
No, you couldn't plug it in. You had to use the radio speaker.
See, that's another thing about this one is it has an audio jack, so you can output to your own speaker, which I would want. Yeah, the manual sweep would be if you had a knob and you just spun it real quick. Yep. You're doing the same thing. You're just going through radio frequencies. So the thought here is looking at a budget. So let's say you had $50. You could do this, and now you have a tool you could use, to get out in the field with, to try and add more things to your arsenal. On the other, adding to that, if you wanted the noise gate feature, all right. So now if you wanted to go for the name brand manufactured and get, let's just say SB7 or the S box, you're paying almost $100 for just that unit. And then to buy the unit that's manufactured to go with them, that does the same feature as this, is another $80. So now you're upwards of $200, where you could buy this unit. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Let's get them.
Put it up there. I'm going through and putting the folks up here tonight.
That's cool. So you could go with this Hack Shack and this setup with all the cables and accessories that we've gone over, and be at the cost of $80 to have the same function that would cost you $200 from a manufacturer. With
a more manageable sound, I think. I mean, if anybody's seen the live that we did at Benson Hammond, Brent and Ed were giving each other high fives because the responses that were coming out were so
yeah.
But, hey, you know, so here's one thing that was it you said early on, Brent, that we need to circle back to. You said if you take the back off and you go on YouTube, it shows you what to do. So that's like most of the people that are in this chat. I'm not tech savvy myself. I mean, I can figure things out. I am mechanically inclined and all, but the stuff you guys do to me is amazing. And because I don't do all that stuff, but if you're looking at something like this, go on, the big thing is go to YouTube, see how to modify this stuff, what people are doing to see if your $50 is worth it. If it's worth you spending, like you said, if I go to YouTube, I say, hey, Ben won't little rot, I can do that. I'm spending $50, I'm buying that versus spending, the $80 or $90 for, the actual device. Because in the end, I want to save myself money. I mean, my first entire setup was a Maglite, the ghost meter, not even a real we call it K2. It was a ghost meter, a recorder. I spent less than $100 for my first investigation kit. And that's the thing. I went online, I looked at what was there, reviews, how it worked, and everything like that to make sure I saved myself the money. And that's the big thing. Research this stuff on your own as well, not just because somebody said it works online.
Yeah, exactly.
Personally, Ed, I love your kit you got.
Well, I built it over the year, so. But the good thing is, I got that cheap. I think it was like $20 for my ghost meter, and you got the K2 and at Wareheim. I used the ghost meter to show, hey, the Wareheim is working.
Well, that's our thing, Battleborn. Once you say Battleborn, you gotta flex a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, but you know what? There's no fat on these arms though. This is all just built up right here.
You gotta get it tatted up, bro.
I've been thinking about it. I need to get the dog tags with the kid's name on my arm right here.
Hey, D.
All right.
D's back and
hey, D.
Her parents. How are you? I hope you enjoy the show.
So I am, just so you guys know, I am going to grab one of these units. I'll even, like I said, there are already videos on there, but I'll do a quick tutorial on how to hack it. Again, for $80, and you just created what costs $200 from a paranormal manufacturing, device company. So it's all the same technology.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they can, this is capitalism and God bless it. But they're, we pay more money for things because it's, put into a, specialty tool. It's just a radio. It's a hacked radio they're selling with a device that this is for a guitar, and they took it and said, oh, we can take that.
You could make you can make a spare box, basically like the one that you've seen us using that live. What's up, Bad Medicine? Bigfoot Annan?
Yeah.
You're already blue. But you can make that spare box that we had going there that we paid, $120, $130 for the setup. You can make it for $40, $50, $60.
Exactly. And actually, I'll go into that. So, we had this unit. Everybody, well, I'm sure most people have seen it by now, what we did with it. And we did a video on using it. And it was, it says on the Amazon website that this has to be, it cannot be used with a battery. And that didn't make sense to Jared and I. We're like, it's a 9-volt DC 500 milliamp. That's exactly what a 9-volt battery produces. 9-volt DC at 500 milliamps. So it didn't make sense. So actually, what I went ahead and said, let's try it. So I went ahead and severed a cable, got some leads, and created a battery. Plugged it in, and whoops, where's the camera? Can you even see that?
There it is.
On a battery. So
I'm sitting there and I'm like, is that true? Hold on. He said, this guy says right here, the fam. I guess I'll be here 1,000. So I don't know. I guess we're at 1,000. Thank you.
Cheers, brother.
Boys. Ed, I know you got a Coke Zero there, but we can show you.
I gotta be careful with what I got,
Thank you, everybody.
I hope everybody is enjoying the channel. What I can say is that you will never see anything faked here. Nothing over dramatized. Only legit paranormal discussion and evidence and investigation. That's what this channel is. So
obviously we're here trying to help and benefit and share what we know, learn from everybody else, and see what we can do to help improve things, which is what this conversation is right here is, hey, how can we better understand the technology we're using, and what it really is and what it's doing? And if you can understand that, yay, Court. If you can do that, then you can find cheaper alternatives like this, which, by the way, so I made this, right? Now, what we did is I went ahead and paralleled 2 of these in so we can actually run 2 9-volt batteries and get 2 hours out of it instead of 1. But I did go on Amazon, and guess what? They actually have cables specifically for this, center negative, that would connect right into this. I mean, that's a $6 cable there. If you didn't get the power plug, the wall plug for this, and just got that, well, you just not made it cheaper. And then here's another one, guys. Instead of doing these, right, these 9-volt batteries, which last an hour and get tossed in the trash, I went and did some research. This rechargeable 9-volt battery, all right, so this is a 4-pack. Now, this 4-pack is $22. You can get them smaller. I'm going to get this 4-pack. One thing I noticed, though, is that on these rechargeable batteries, 9 volts, 9 volt is a size, not necessarily a voltage. So a lot of these rechargeable ones are really like 8.2 volts at 400 milliamps. This one actually claims to be 9 volt, exactly 9 volt at 1,000 milliamp hours, which means one of these batteries would actually last this 2 hours.
There you go. That's a pretty good system right there.
So there you go. Now you have a unit that you can plug your spirit box into, mobile, easy.
Happy Good Friday, Mumsy. I didn't eat any meat today. I know that Jesus ate meat on this day, but you know,
I had chicken.
Everybody's not supposed to eat meat for some reason, but I didn't. That was the first time I've ever not eaten meat on Good Friday. Thank Jackie for that one too, Christy D. But Christy D says, thank Jackie for getting you back out here again.
Agreed. Cheers, Jackie.
I'm so happy that Jackie got us back into it. And I've said it hundreds of times before, but I love this team. And I think the dynamic of this team is going to kick ass for years to come. I'm proud of us. We're doing very good. Very good. And I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to the channel. We're at probably, by the end of today, we're probably going to be at 3,500 watch hours as well. So we're probably about 500 watch hours away from the 4,000 that we need to be partnerized. We'll be working on that as well.
So can I chime over to comment section?
Yep, go ahead. We're going to be more interactive today.
Up in the comment section, I see that Amber wrote, she knows we're talking about the spirit boxes. What about the music box? I'm assuming she's talking about that motion activated music box.
Yep.
Okay. So again, this is another simple technology that is out there that you honestly could build. You can buy a motion detector.
Amber. Go ahead.
You can go on Amazon and buy a motion detector, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you make sure it has an output, that you can run voltage through, you now can connect that to a Audible, your own music box that takes power input.
Is a relay.
It's just a relay. So when that motion sees something, it closes a relay and it will complete a circuit that would power. And it's just in a fancy, pretty box. You could make one. How much are those? Chime in real quick, Amber. Do you know how much they are? Because I haven't looked them up.
Deb, I haven't talked to Brent about it, Deb, but Deb wants us to try because she knows that we tinker a lot. Deb wants us to try to make what box is it, Deb? Exactly. I get messed up. You know, Amber's saying it's $300 for this.
Oh my God, I'm selling them. You know what? Don't worry about it, Amber. $200. I got you.
You could buy the Pasadena Paranormal version.
Yeah.
We're going
Seriously.
to start
$95 free shipping.
I mean, Deb just said up here, you can buy a little PIR music box. You can put your own music on it for $20. That's the same thing. Passive infrared is all that motion detector's doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's waiting for that infrared signal to come through to interfere with it, and it closes a relay that sends voltage to a music box. For $20, you can get that same thing. It's just not going to look like the little coffin. Who cares?
Nope.
You know, $20. Do that. That's probably cheaper than you can make one for. Well, I don't know, but that's pretty cheap. $20, worth it.
Amber said she's going to need a step-by-step tutorial. Don't worry, we'll make it and we'll sell it. And it won't be for $300. I can tell you that.
All right. So what's a geoport?
Deb, could you elaborate on what a geoport is again? It's a spirit box.
A geographical portal? Is that what it's supposed to be? I'm just guessing by the term geoport. Is it a geographical portal?
It's a spirit box of some sort. She sent a link to me the other day, and I've been meaning to talk to you about it, but I have had a lot of things going on of late.
I need to know what it actually is. I mean,
you know, I do have the link. I
just Googled it on the side here.
Okay.
Right.
It looks like it's kind of like a okay, so Nick and Katrina use these on Paranormal Lockdown.
Is it that big box?
Yes. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll put it in the comment.
Right. To me, you know what that sounds like? It sounds like something. First off, it's got a lot of reverb built into it, so you can get a reverb pedal just like this and put it in line with this and create reverb. Sounds just like almost like a regular portal box. The only kicker is there's almost sounds like it's got something like a necrophonic app hooked up to it because it's just constantly spitting out.
Yeah, it's clearer than like using a SB7 and all, but it's way over the top price wise, whatever. The stuff that we use is just so much more simple, easy to use.
Yeah.
It's more.
And again, you have this thing where, and I'm not trying to be too preachy about it, but it's like we use things because we see others doing it without even understanding what it's doing and why. So, okay, what is the features of it? You know, we understand what an SB7's doing. You know, it's just sweeping RF frequency. All right. Now, how they're using it, you know, that's up for speculation and debate, right? A lot of the apps out there, we understand how they're designed to work, right? Echo Box, creating an echo loop, you know, and it's just they can manipulate either speak through that, capture an EVP, or as the phonemes are going out and going through the loop, getting looped through, they're creating words they're manipulating to create words. You have things like the Necrophonic app. I think it's the Necrophonic app that claims that it uses that the spirits create an electromagnetic field that interacts with the what is it called in our phones? My tech terms all messed up because I have geoport in my head. But the same thing that makes your compass work. All right.
Yeah,
it's the gyroscope.
Yeah, there you go. The geoscope. The geoscope in here is what it messes with, and when it ticks it a certain way, it triggers a certain word, kind of like Ovilus. All right. So, you know, like with that one, okay, if that was how it works, if that indeed is how it works, you should be able to have K2 meter sitting right next to your phone, and when every time a word changes, you should see a real good EMF meter here that has an actual gauge on it, and you should be able to see a change in EMF around that phone. So you're taking any cheats at anything that they're getting over on us out of it and saying, does it really work? Does it actually work? I'm not as big proponent of the word bank, actual word bank apps, because it's so easy to, it could be on a timing. It could be on a trigger. Yep. Listening to you ask a question. It says, okay, hey, they asked this question, say, I'm dead.
That's why I like the EchoVox, because there is no database.
No data. There's zero data. Well, that's not true. There is a phoneme base, right? There's a phoneme. They're just phonemes, though, so it shouldn't make a word. No
full word database in that thing.
Right.
Well, here's one
Same thing with Scottish Paranormal. There's no word database out.
So if you take something like you said, Brent, you buy this $50 or whatever, and you modify it yourself, you've taken out any potential interference that could already be in place in there. If I buy the Geoport or whatever, how do I know? Like you said with the apps, I don't like using apps that haven't been really tested. I've sat there before people and gone out, was on on public tours where, oh, my app is saying it said this. Well, why is your app saying that? Because that has nothing to do with this location. Well, the app's now saying this: death, murder. Oh my God, it's saying hell. Why? Why are your apps saying hell? There's demons here. Get the hell off the demon kick, okay? I mean, just get off of it. You've got to be able to trust the equipment you're working with, and if it's something you're downloaded, a lot of stuff is novelty. You've got to take it out, take it to locations that work, use other equipment with it to see if it's official or not. And versus what it's there, that piece of equipment that you just spent $300 on, you might have a $300 paperweight sitting in your ghost hunting kit or ghost investigation kit.
I would even say, and I'm going to get to a couple of things that were just pulled up, but I would even say, don't just take it to a place is active. I would specifically take it to places that you are highly confident are inactive. Yeah. All right. Now, I'm a proponent of spirits. They're everywhere. They're going through to and from. So just because you get something somewhere you think is inactive doesn't mean that the thing you're using didn't work and there isn't a spirit there. There very well could be. But I want to baseline these things and then go to a place that you've already established is active and see how it compares to what you've gotten previously.
Hey, let me hit on this comment from Spector real quick, where he talked about
them. Debbie, that's part of our Battleborn family, but go ahead.
Is that what we call it? So I don't, even though you say, hey, I'm not granting you permission on the app, right? It's always listening to, look, I was at work. You guys know at work, I don't get a signal. I get 50 text messages leaving work, and 49 of them were the two of you. But what do we call it? Me and a guy at work, we were looking up an old iPod, like the iPod 7 or something like that, right? I get home that night. My work computer is not connected on anything with my phone, my home computer, or nothing like that. It's a government computer. I get home, what my phone's trying to give me ads for? Buying an iPod 7 in black and how much the price is. So just because you don't give it permission doesn't mean it's not listening to you.
Agreed.
Consider your app are always dropping in on you at some point.
Paranormal Underworld, people say demon, demon, demon all the time because that's what they see on TV.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, that's what people.
And not to say that demons aren't there, because we're Christians. We know demons are there.
And, demons are in 99% of locations we go to.
But they're not as frequent as people think they are. I mean, me and Brent, I know Ed's been doing this for a while now.
Thanks a lot, Zach.
Me and Brent been doing this for a long time, and I don't think I've ever ran into a demon.
Yeah, and I mean, in the house I grew up in, I seen some freaky stuff, and I still don't think it was demon related.
I lived in two different houses. I know 100% for sure had activity in them. One of them was on TV on the show A Haunting. I didn't experience the activity that they said they got. Then I went to a location on a public tour with the Antietam Paranormal Society. And they had somebody in there a week before doing a public tour saying demons everywhere, and there was no sign of demon.
The term demon gets a lot of likes. It's just like, train wrecks and, drama on TV. People are attracted to things like that. So it gets a lot of views and it's a moneymaker. You know, so when you say it's a demon, people are like, "Oh crap, that's scary." You know,
they want to be scared. They want that guy in a hockey mask with the chainsaw coming after him. That's what they want.
You know what? That should be scarier to most people. Like that, people are scary. You know, I'm not saying people are scary. I see the explorer people who go into abandoned houses and stuff, and I'm like, I'd be so strapped.
Yeah, bro. You better watch out. There's gonna be a homeless guy over there.
I'll be like this. I don't know if anyone's been here, but I am definitely, you know.
Thanks for sharing out, Court. Thanks for coming too.
So,
go ahead.
I wanted to back up to. I don't want to miss this. So Amber had said, you know, a little bit ago, but spirits can manipulate a glass, a door by knocking, touching people, etc. They can manipulate anything if they want to. And I mean, that's a general, I think, speculation. But I agree. So when I said that I'm not, you know, a big proponent of the what's that app I was just talking about? The necrophonic app. It could work. I'm just saying I want to see if the point is to understand what they're saying it's doing and then test it. If a spirit is manipulating EMF to trigger your phone to make that app do something, you should be able to test that. Put a meter there. If you took another phone and turned the compass on, all right, that compass is sensitive to the electromagnetic field of the earth. If you put a magnet next to the phone, well, that now becomes a stronger magnetic field because it's closer and you can move that geoscope inside. You know what I'm saying? So put two phones together, one with the necrophonic and one with just the compass if you want to do that. And you should be able to see both of them change at the same time. That's kind of the point I'm getting at. So let's go back to the what was it called? The Geoport?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Hold on a second. We got a come Heather with Heather raid coming on. We got a bunch of people that Heather just brought in. I want to say thank you.
Awesome.
I want to say thank you, Heather.
Nice.
Welcome everybody coming from Heather's channel.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy our channel. Also, Paranormal Underworld up there says TV is actually hurting the field, which a lot of it is.
Yeah.
People see that and won't call us little people because they are afraid. Again, going back to when we got our 1,000th subscriber earlier, this channel you will not see over dramatization.
Yeah.
We do not go for the scare factor. We go for legitimate investigation that helps the field. You know,
that don't mean you won't see me get scared. All right. A loud fart in the dark could scare me. I'm a big guy, but I get scared.
We get scared from time to time, but you will not see us faking things to get that scare factor. You will see us doing legitimate investigation, trying to provide answers and help the people on the other side.
Yeah. Look, I think 9 times out of 10, you're not going to see us doing, as I call it, a bag. Like, what was that? You're going to be like,
you know, Ed, you hurt my feelings last investigation, Ed, because you called me that asshole, and I do not act like him.
I said 9 times out of 10. You got that 1 out of 10 times. You're like, what was that? And you go, and like, where the hell's Jarrett going to now? Jarrett, get back here, Jarrett.
You got me and Ed high fiving. Oh, there's a moment in episode. There's a moment in episode 4 where you get a oh my god out of where my reaction is oh my god. But that's crazy.
That's the goal.
But yeah, I mean, I agree. You know, everywhere we've been, we could probably count on one hand how many times we got scared. Honestly, the most scared I've been was when Cody got attacked. You know, that was that's
a father.
That was not scared by I was scared for him. You know, I was scared.
I was mad that day. I was legitimately mad.
Trust me, I was too. But yeah, the initial was holy crap. I don't know what's going on with my son right now, and I got to get him out of here.
The only thing that I was ever scared was that bastard in the basement of Von
Good
Pair.
boy. Von
Snuck up on
Pair.
me, pulled my shirt.
I still love it. I went down there after you. I was like, you know what? I'll go down there. I walked down there and looked around and was like, this is a bad idea. And I just back upstairs. Like, nope, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, Ro. Hey, be safe tonight,
Bro,
Ro.
love you.
Be safe. Remember, tonight at midnight, Ro's got it live at Buffalo Ridge Road in Wisconsin. Hop on over there tonight. Go get them, Paranormal Team.
Indeed. I do want to say this. I always add this caveat because I don't think it's right to crap on anybody for what they're doing. I don't agree that if you are doing things for scare factor or you're faking stuff that's claimed to be real. But if your niche is to create a scary video, do it. People love it.
Yep.
You know, people love scary videos, so go ahead and do your thing. I don't think we should be knocking anybody for making content they want to make.
You know, there's nothing, you know, but if
But
you're
don't claim it's real. Yeah.
Yeah, don't claim it as real. But everybody has their own little niche, and you know, ours is legitimate investigation, historical documentation, and proven past as present.
Yeah. I'm going to close out real quick. I'm going to close out this geoport topic real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Understand. First thing we need to do is understand what is it doing. Just like any other device out there, you know, if you're using a K2 meter, you should have a 100% understanding what that device is actually doing. It's not even designed to find a ghost. All right, to find a spirit. It's designed to pick fluctuations in the electromagnetic field. So if you walk up to a light switch and lights on, or a device that has AC power and you put it up there, you're going to see it change. There's plenty of sites to go on the interwebs to understand EMF. First understand the device, and then we can figure out exactly how to reverse engineer.
It doesn't do anything good for the field either, Christy.
Agreed.
You know, I was saying earlier, we had a 2 meter going off at Gresham, you know, and I pulled out another one, you know, a completely different brand meter. Like, okay, if there's power, you know, behind him making this go off, this meter should go off too, and that meter wasn't going off. So for whatever reason, the one was fluctuating, but the other one wasn't.
Hold on. Amber, you better go live from Lake Shawnee. Let's just say that. You better go live.
Yes.
You better go live for at least an hour. All right.
I want to jump on what something Ed said. I want to trump that one, Ed. I think an even better one is when we were at Wareheim, after the fact, you made a great comment. You know, we're in a area with a lot of RF traffic. All right, police, fire department, whatever, out there flooding the area. RF's everywhere, anyways. When you're flooding these huge signals, it can be you could be picking all that up. You know, so that's another thing to be conscious of is your surroundings. But again, knowing your device, you can understand better how to shield from those things, or understand, we need to use a different tool in here because of something like that.
And what Heather's saying right here, go ahead, Ed.
Yeah, I was saying you're talking about with the REM pods, right? When I was like, hey,
it was the REM pods. That's what it was. Yeah, the REM pods going off.
Yeah, because they kept going off at random times. And I mean, all I did was after the fact, hop on Google Maps and like, oh, there's a police station, a hospital, and a fire department, and we're in the middle of this triangle. Or you know, or they know that our personal microphones would key it off.
Yeah,
so I mean,
exactly.
It's a possibility, not a high probability because we didn't see nothing right outside the house, but it's still there. It's something to look out for when we go back again.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. Yes, because the K2 cannot be set off by RF. The REM pods was what was getting set off. I apologize for my misturning.
What Heather was saying, when one device gives a reading and nothing else to support it, you know what really drives me nuts? Is when we hear something with our ears and it's not recorded.
It's weird.
How many times has that happened?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys real quick.
Investigators out here, how many times have you heard a voice with your ears and it not translate over to the recording?
Just something you're recording with. Here's one. I know when we were in Benson Hammond doing our last investigation, I heard yes, and then I heard another statement shortly after that. I went and specifically went to that spot on the video on that camera, and I couldn't hear him. I
Happens
know.
all the time, Solo. Happens all the time. Hey, Ed, Courtney, ask Ed what you asked me the other day in the comment on YouTube. He's right here now. You can ask about the spirits knowing that he has a gift. You there, Courtney? I know you're there. Hello, Raven.
Where we're episode 4 coming up.
Big time, bro. Dude, they were on. They knew and were on you.
So, what was it? I mean, with that, it's like they were talking directly to one another about me without me knowing that they were talking, and they were saying, was it one at a time? Ed can't hear 2 or can't see 2 or whatever.
Double.
Yeah, that's what it was. Can't see double. Like they knew that. Hey, I'm gonna pick up on them and hear them. But 2 men were trying to come through, and one was telling like, "Hey, y'all need to be quiet because only one of you guys is going to get through."
Mm-hmm.
So I think sometimes with that, what it is that it's was it like once they start realizing I'm tapping into it and I'm picking up and going on, then they start coming through a little bit more. I think it's kind of like they attach a little bit more. Like, okay, hey, I'm gonna go whisper in his ear a little bit deeper than from across the room and get next to him.
3 souls. Exactly.
What up, Steve? I tried to, and the Bud Files live earlier, or their premiere, they had turtles. I said, look, Steve, there's Tom Brady. Get it? Because he's a statue. Steve. Christy D. Yes, they do. Their father's the father of all lies.
That's why she said, just kidding.
I know that's just a joke, but their father is the father of all lies.
Indeed.
Let's see here. Tortoises. Yes, they were tortoises. Sorry, Dad.
Just because that was said there, I just want to make this comment. It's something that always makes eerie to me. And it's just eerie because, we just said, demons don't lie. Haha, it's funny. It's not true. Right. But people lie. So whenever I always get cringy when people say, oh, a loved one, is contacting me. I'm like, ooh, like that would be such an easy open, I'm not saying, don't respond. I'm just saying it always made me cringe because spirits are everywhere, and there's spirits of humans. We lie. We manipulate,
They're
it's just,
everywhere,
Yeah. Let me comment here real quick from Kristen where she said, how do you know that how do they know that you can hear them? I think the reason is we call it because I start repeating, what I'm hearing. Like I start tapping into it and saying, hey, is this name? Okay, Benson Hammond is the last one. I'm like, hey, is Estelle or Stella a name that go with it? Have no idea about it. Come find out that was a name associated with it. Once I start repeating the different things that I'm hearing, or the responses of questions, I think that's when it picks up there. I mean, was it Benson Hammond, the little girl up in the parents' room? That little girl talked to a guest one night, and the guest is asking questions, and I got the answer right away. So I mean, that's one way. I mean, as far as are they in my head? I have no idea to tell you honestly. I know before I go in, hey, I need to be protected. When I leave, hey, y'all got to stay here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you ain't got to stay here, but you can't come with me.
And we make that certain to them when we're walking out. We say our prayer, and you can't follow us home.
That's right.
But
my wife will be very upset.
That's about it. I think that's about it tonight, boys. I mean, we don't have to get into the videos. I mean, we had
I think
we can go another 5 minutes. Y'all want to go another 5 minutes?
You guys have other questions or anything? Did we miss anything that was like a specific question to us?
Yeah, you have any questions? I do want to thank everybody that has subscribed to the channel. It's really cool that the 1K happened on BTI tonight. It's very fitting. because people seem to like this show.
Agreed, Christy.
And you know, I really want to say thank you for everybody subscribing and watching and sharing our stuff out.
Yes.
It really means a lot. And 129 hours in the last 2 weeks, Steve. You sound like me. You might
Jeez,
need 8 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
But I really want to thank everybody. It means a lot, and
Much
I can't
appreciated.
say thank you.
Parasolo.
What's that?
That's a good question. Parasolo's question.
Where are you at, Parasolo? Because we do public tours. So if you can ever get to Maryland, you can come on a public tour with us.
Or if you're around South Carolina, I could probably
Brent's
use a
working
little.
on doing some public tours
down
down in South Carolina in the Pasadena Paranormal name. So
I was gonna say, why can't Pasadena Paranormal go to South Carolina at some point?
we can. Puxatawny, you're not that far away then, Parasolo.
Yeah.
We will be having a public tour going on in Hanover, Pennsylvania, coming up soon.
Thanks, Court.
Thanks, Court. Yeah, Parasolo, Hanover, Pennsylvania, coming up soon. Probably in the October time frame, we're going to be doing an event.
And you guys will be seeing before that, we'll have episode 4 coming out. It's a 2-parter, which will showcase that location. And you guys can see what we captured there. We were the first to investigate that location.
Now, 3 Souls, too, is interested in that. You interested? $25 gets you a 2-hour tour.
Yeah. Huge mansion. It's awesome. Beautiful, huge mansion.
It's a beautiful, huge mansion, and enough room for everybody to spread out. So that'll be in October. If you
I think we just coordinate. Yeah, sorry.
If you're interested, it's $25 a person, and you get 2 hours. Then there will be another group, $25 for 2 hours. All the money goes to the society.
Yeah.
We don't get to see anything. It all goes to them. It's in Hanover, Pennsylvania, Steve, the Wareheim Myers Mansion.
Awesome place.
Google it.
Awesome. Google it.
Google it.
It's like 3.5 hours.
Go ahead, Ed.
I was just saying
Yeah,
that's 3.5 hours.
That's still there for you guys. That private invite tour with you and Ghost Brothers. That's there for Trinity and them. If you want to come in and do that, you just got to work out a day. Let me know so I can get it scheduled.
Who just said something about doing a meet and greet? It'd be awesome to do like a big meet and greet with everybody here at Gettysburg and just do a paranormal takeover at Gettysburg. Have all the teams out there where they can show up.
They have the Battlefield Bash every year.
Oh no! I'm talking about our own. We set it up.
We were actually asked to do a talk at the bash. I haven't got back.
Who's talking?
Like a seminar.
For an hour? Could you imagine us talking for an hour? I couldn't.
I mean, yeah, because we're looking at it right now. Yeah, but the guy said he was interested in us coming out and having a seminar, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
I like Brent's idea. We just show up.
Just show up. Just take it over. Run the Joker. Spread out, and everybody do their own, content on it.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to cut this one short. Actually, I just got the text from the wife. The daughter's not going to sleep.
Alrighty. Well, Brent has got daddy duties, and we're going to cut it short. You're out of here?
Oh, yeah, I got to drop.
All right. So
I love you all.
See you,
Brent. We're
Brent.
going to get out of here. Thank you. You want me to take you out right now? Yep. Okay. So thank you, folks, everybody, for subscribing to the channel, and that means all of us. And I appreciate it. I'm sure Ed does. I'm sure Brent does. I'm sure Jackie does. And it really means a lot. And I can't say thank you enough. But we're going to go for the evening. Tonight, Debbie at Spectral Researchers. Debbie, if you could post your link in here before we leave. Spectral Researchers, Debbie, part of Battleborn. She has a premiere coming up, and Go Get 'em has here's Debbie's premiere, folks. Hop in that thing. 10:15. Got 4 minutes to hop in and go over. But go over there and check Debbie out. She does really good work, her and her team. And from the rest of us here at Pasadena Paranormal, we wish you a good night, happy Easter, and thank you for the 1,000 subscribers.
Thank you.
So for me,
and me, Ed,
we wish you a do. And Brent, he had daddy duties. We won't let you walk into that darkness alone. Have a good weekend, y'all.